Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Shut up. I can't help myself. I can't, because once I realize that someone's upset about it, I'm like, I'm going to keep doing this.
Yeah, if you were tuned into the pre-show, you definitely heard Dan clearing his throat close to 8,000 times.
Unnecessarily, too. My throat doesn't need to be cleared.
No. Never does.
Well,
never has.
It's actually, I heard that that's bad. If you're trying to warm up your voice, that's not the way to do it.
No, and I think everyone knows that.
I don't know that.
Really? What's the proper way to drink hot
tea and honey?
Hot tea and then have
squeeze a lemon down your throat?
Yeah.
Probably not that.
Well, I think that keeps any kind of mucus from building up on the lining of your throat,
smart.
so your pitch stays the same.
Smart.
Jared told me that, and because he does it every time before he sings the anthem.
Oh, really?
But I'm too busy kneeling, so I don't hear any of it.
Yeah, of course. You
can't hear
continue
from down
to do
here.
so in your Kaepernick jersey as time goes on.
Every time I play Madden or NBA 2K20,
you kneel.
I kneel during the anthem. Every single time.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Because to you, it matters,
It's, hey, look. Video games matter. I don't know what I was going to say.
That's all right. Anyways, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
What aren't we doing here today? We're doing fake news, kids. You know what day it is. We do it every week on the YouTube. If you're not subscribed to Drinkin' Bros podcast on YouTube, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
Being a little bitch.
Quit being a little dummy.
Bobby.
Quit being a little dummy out there. Luckily, there is always something going on in the news, in particular now. Boy, it just doesn't end, does it? The title of this episode is called The Blue Flu for a reason. Atlanta PD called in sick last night. 3 or 4 different zones decided to not show up for work last night in protest of what happens to their fellow officer.
Yeah, we're still trying to find out what the fuck happened because the mayor is saying something entirely different than what the police department is saying, and then the word from the street from cops that we know is completely different. There's 3 different versions of the story going on out here.
Of that particular case that they're
in Atlanta.
Of that case?
No,
or
not
last
of the
night's?
case of last night.
Well,
got
we'll
it.
go over the case first. Obviously, this is from the officer that was arrested for murder. And they're asking for the death penalty. He had 11 charges brought against him from the Wendy's incident. And
well, some of those charges might be legit. Like if it is indeed established that he ran up and kicked the dude for no reason, but kicking a weapon away from somebody's hand is also a thing that you do. So who knows, right?
Right.
Like just because a video shows him walking up and seeming to kick the guy doesn't necessarily mean he was just like, why would you run up and kick somebody that you had just shot? I've never seen that happen. And all the fucking human beings that I've seen shot, I've never seen anybody do that. Why? Like it's a non sequitur.
Yeah.
There's no clear path intellectually from this event to that event.
right.
You know what I mean?
And I watched the footage myself. I mean, the guy stole a taser, tased the one cop, and then aimed to fire it at the other one.
Well, look, I'm going to show you something just right quick. This is a visual. This is a visual demonstration, right?
There we go.
So this is how you get shot in the back when you're armed and make it seem like you're running away.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
I'm pointing my gun and looking right at you.
Right.
But my back is turned, so when you shoot me, you're going to shoot me in the back.
Yes, and that's what you can see on the video.
So the fact that he got shot in the back is meaningless, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's got a weapon in his hand. He's turned around aiming it at the officer. It doesn't matter. What the fuck?
So I've seen various tweets on Twitter from people who aren't in the police who have never shot a weapon before saying...
Or held a weapon?
It's a taser. It's not a weapon. Here's the thing. In the state of Georgia, a taser is classified as a deadly weapon. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand.
Well, first of all, it doesn't even have to be a deadly weapon to use lethal force.
Right. But either way, it was.
Death
it's still classified as
or
one.
great bodily injury.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure getting shot in the eyeball with a prong from a taser might fuck you up a little bit. As a matter of fact, if you get shot directly in the chest, you can have a heart attack and die. So, you know.
So I'm not really sure where these charges came from other than the DA, obviously. The DA is up for re-election. So is the mayor this year. So, to me, it seems like a overreaction because of everything that's going on right now?
Well, I mean, the organization that's actually conducting the investigation, the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, the DA put out had a press release where the GBI was not involved at all. Like none of the investigative work they did was consulted. The DA just said, "Hey, we're fucking charging with murder,"
Right?
like unilaterally, without any fucking investigation whatsoever. Like they watched, essentially what they did was watch the YouTube videos.
That's what
right?
it seems like.
And then, no, I'm not kidding. They watched the YouTube videos and they took statements from both officers and then charged the guy with murder.
Yeah, it was that fast that I don't know how you had time to get the full scope of things in. Plus, getting the security cam footage from the Wendy's, like that takes time as well. That's not an overnight thing where it's just like, all right, great. You still have to go through that footage. The ironic part about it is the footage that is out there in the press has shown that visual over and over again of the guy turning and pointing, and it was exactly like your demonstration.
Yeah. What's really ironic is that this DA is on record saying that a taser is a deadly weapon.
Yes.
Because the cops were using it against college protesters or some shit like that. I don't even know when it was. But the DA, there's a video of the DA somewhere saying that, well, taser could be a deadly weapon. But only if a cop's holding it, not if some fucking knucklehead who's fucked up in a Wendy's parking lot.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Get fucked.
That's perfectly safe then.
So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this, but it was nice to see last night that a large percentage of cops had called out sick.
Here's the story I heard from someone that knows about what's going on down there. A lot of the cops that were coming on to the next shift called out. And I don't know what a lot means, but it was enough to where the city had to call outside of the city. So when you're a police department or a fire department in an area, usually you have these like mutual agreements between other local precincts or the state or whatever it is. If you need help, they'll send help, and then if they need help, you'll send help or whatever. In this case, they asked for outside help, and pretty much every other jurisdiction told them no. Like nobody, unless it was unless they were replacing an officer that had gone down in the line of duty, like been injured or killed or something like that, they would not show up to help at all.
I wouldn't blame.
So it's not just Atlanta, is what I'm saying.
Of
like
course.
Fulton County in general,
County,
and then all
Fulton,
around there as well.
By the way, so I grew up in Fulton County my entire childhood. It is a gigantic county, by the way.
It is a very diverse county.
It goes about 40 minutes.
A lot of rich white people, a lot of poor white people.
Yeah, because it goes to inner city and then it goes to all the white suburbs. So it's like, I mean, it's 40 minutes if you're trying to drive through in and out of there. And with traffic, you're looking at a good hour. That's why there's so many, a lot of people are asking why there's so many zones in there. That's why. It's because the county is fucking enormous.
Somebody else in the comments here said that the DA is also currently being investigated for fraud.
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if every police officer at Atlanta PD just quit.
I hope they do. As a matter of fact, I think we're getting pretty close. Look, I've been on the side of police reform for a very long time, not just before this shit started, but I've been extremely adamant about it this time around. But it's getting to the point now where I think we may see justification for a nationwide police strike. You know what I mean? Because honestly, that's not an easy job to do. Put your life at risk every single day. And if little things that happen in the moment, look, I expect excellence out of our police officers. But if you run up on a guy after you've shot him and you kick towards him, and I'm not saying this is the truth, but I'm just saying there's no way for them to know this yet unless the officer that shot him said, yeah, I fucking kicked him, which it didn't happen. I promise you that. If he just ran up on the guy in the heat of the moment and was trying to kick a weapon out of his hand and maybe his foot slipped or maybe he fucking took the wrong angle, you never know what's going to happen when you're pumped up on adrenaline like that. And you get charged for shit for that, like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, it's gotten crazier and crazier, and I know it's easier said than done by saying, man, I wish they would all quit. I know they have families, I know they have kids, and some of them are getting close to retirement and the benefits and all that other stuff. I'm saying if you could, right now, probably not go into that profession at this point, because no one is on your side. Not only is it a tough job to do night in and night out, but no one's on your side. And the public is not on your side right now, or it seems like it's the media certainly isn't. And they were calling for their fucking heads last night, all the way up until fucking midnight on Cuomo on CNN, because I was watching him for a little bit go off on this, and it was like
he was talking about Atlanta.
Correct.
Why doesn't he talk about all the fucking old people he let die of COVID in nursing homes?
Right.
Mind your fucking business, bitch.
It was the brother who hosts the CNN show.
Oh, that
Chris.
guy.
It was
Sorry,
Chris. Yeah,
Well, he's
no,
a piece of
fine.
shit. That guy's a piece of shit.
It's
too.
fine.
Cuomo.
I saw.
It
So
was-
he actually last night had on both of
He
the
had
defense
two-
attorneys.
Correct, yeah.
From the guy, not the shooter, but the other officer involved, and he was like trying really hard to jam them up, and they were both like, no, and he's like, oh, okay, guess that makes sense.
The lawyers picked him apart last night.
That guy's such a fucking shallow, empty turd. By the way,
Yeah.
he had COVID. He was running around fucking getting yelled at by people because he wasn't wearing a mask in public. By the way, this is so fucking funny. If you watch CNN at all today, guess what they were talking about today? Just guess.
Boy, probably the Bolton book.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, really? That's it?
For 3 goddamn hours, they were talking about the Bolton book. Do you remember? Go reverse 18 months and watch CNN's coverage of Bolton, because now he's a goddamn superhero.
Yeah.
But back then he's fucking buck button. By the way, he is a piece of
hate
shit.
him.
That
Who?
guy
Bolton?
Bolton.
Oh,
he
yeah,
is-
yeah.
Ever since the Bush administration, we've known this. He is a giant warmongering cunt.
Yeah.
With his fucking walrus mustache, man. Jesus Christ.
He's the fucking worst. I don't know what's going to happen with his book. I'm definitely going to watch the interview over the weekend. So is everybody else. There's nothing else on. I want to touch on something earlier. Right before we went on air, you were like, look, I've not been a fan of what Trump has been saying during this last few weeks here. I actually agree with that. And I wonder if it would best serve him. Like he's got a rally coming up on Saturday, right? I'm curious to see how big this is and how many people are actually there. Because every report we've been reading all this week is Biden is up by 14. And I've read that in 2 different polls now, which is crazy to me. I want to see what an actual rally looks like and see who's still coming out.
Before we move on.
But do you go that same strategy and be like, all right, great, Biden's not going to talk.
I don't
really have to say anything.
You don't have the privilege of doing that when you're the president of the United States. Biden can go hide. They have to go find him. The president is in the same place every day.
Yeah.
And his press secretary is in front of the press every single day. That's not a thing that you can do.
But do you leave it up to the secretary and maybe not call into Fox? So he called into Hannity last night and did a 20-minute interview. I don't know if you heard it. I was watching it live, and I was like, man, I'm not sure what good this is doing right now. Because to me, you're up against a guy who's 79 years old who can't make it through one 5-minute interview. I don't know how he's going to make it through any of these debates, if they even have them. Some people are predicting they won't have them. And if he stays the way he is, wearing a mask and all that shit, I don't see him having a convention either. So he's not going to be forced to go and talk in front of a convention in front of the United States. It might be virtual, they're saying. If you're Trump, do you play the same game and just be like, all right, cool, I'm going to continue with my rallies and maybe not say anything during this time period because people will take it out of context?
I don't think that's even a possibility for him.
For him,
yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's
trying to do though, right? Like by not really saying too much.
You're talking about Biden?
No.
Oh, Trump. He's probably busy. I would imagine with the country.
Yeah, just a little bit.
With the country falling apart around him, but
okay.
I don't know if it's that. No, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to do that. I mean, I can imagine the political strategist who tells Trump to dial it back a little bit and how that conversation might go
during
It'll
this
never
time.
Go. Yeah,
no, he would tell him to get fucked.
Yeah.
You would have to trick him into believing that, I think.
Yeah, well, you'd have to tell him like no matter what you say right now, it's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, maybe take a couple weeks off of not making statements and have that hot girl do it. Who's the blonde he's been trotting out there? She's the new press secretary.
I don't know her name.
People don't even really need to know her name. What's her name? There it is. Kayleigh McNanny?
McEnany?
Oh, McEnany?
That's a stupid name.
It's Kayleigh, Kayleigh, which is a rad spelling of that.
Yeah, great.
That's Arizona State written all over that girl. That is a hard case of Arizona State's right there. And here's my point with this. Trot her out there. Let her do all the shit and maybe not say anything after that. Just for a few weeks, right?
It's close. You're close with Arizona State. So she went to Georgetown and then Harvard Law. So no, you weren't close.
Oh, so never mind.
Wow, she went to Georgetown, huh?
Yeah, it's
Georgetown is really fucking hard to get into.
Yeah, but if you're
really hard,
if you're a rich white
that's
woman,
like the best of the best.
Fairly easy to be
for
honest.
legal minds,
Minds,
yeah.
That's the best law school in the country, but maybe besides Harvard Law. But
Well,
where did she go?
Harvard Law is their law school.
The law school.
But
That's what I'm saying.
The
Yeah.
pre-law school, I don't know if you can be at Georgetown, to be honest.
What's I don't think so either. Where did she go for grad?
For her Juris Doctorate, she went to Harvard.
She went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
Good for you, Kaylee McNaney.
But I mean, Harvard,
McEnany?
if you're
Squeezy?
Asian or rich white person,
actually
Harvard is
celebrity.
Harvard is the Arizona State.
Yeah, that's true.
And, it used to be like that school's been around since the fucking 17th century, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, oh, let's get some quotas and some money.
That's
their
all it
endowment.
is about.
I think their endowment is like $13 billion or something like that.
Oh, it is fucking pure insanity there.
Let's look that up actually.
Because I know, like,
it's $41 billion.
even George Bush went there,
Oh, never mind.
right? Wasn't George Bush there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to Yale and then Harvard. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did it
Great
all on
minds.
smarts, nothing else. All
Great
smarts.
minds.
He had a C average, and some people on the right have tried to make the argument. They're like, "Well, getting a C at Harvard's like, nope.
Nope.
Getting a C at Harvard is like, all right, your dad bought a wing of the fucking building here.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
You
We're good.
struggled for that C for sure.
I can tell you, Kaylee McEnany's never struggled for a C. She's
talking-
been partying.
You mean C like cock or
Yeah, I'm kind of
Or like a
wondering.
C.
all three. She can
All-
have,
what's the other one?
C in school,
Yep.
C in my pants,
Uh-huh.
C in your pants. You goddamn
Oh, and
right.
yours?
She's probably swithed teams. Yours,
Oh,
Jesse.
mine. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's talking about
Cunts.
cunts.
Yes, Jesse. Come on, man.
You stupid bitch.
This is the point in the show where we have to use letters on the screen. C-U-N-T. Come on,
Y'all
man.
know
We're gonna-
why I'm here.
She didn't go to Georgetown. Hi-oh.
We're gonna get you one of these made, and it just says cunt.
Cunt. Right on it. Just
I'll
a
wear it.
gold-plated
Killcliff,
cunt.
if you're watching,
I'll wear it.
change it to kill cunt, and then
And then blammo.
she'll wear that
That's
to
a nice power move if a girl just said, look,
This-
I've got a murder cunt.
wear
You wanna
that
party?
Yeah.
I was like,
or wear
yeah, all
wear
right,
it to
yeah.
the PTA meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is where I'm at. So
Whatever.
That's
Will
right. Our
do.
dickhead governor in this state's never going to have school open again. Everybody learns from
True.
home with a robot. Just buy a robot dog and let them teach you how to read.
Well, to be honest, in this school district, that might be better because at least your kids aren't going to get raped at home.
Whoa, nailed
Fair
it.
enough.
Blammo.
Sorry, New Hanover County, but get your fucking shit together.
Yeah, there's going to be pedophile trials
Bunch
for
of
the next
cunt.
3 years here.
Pedophile trial rhymes too, sort of. So that's branding right there.
Look at that.
We're marketing.
Look at that. We're marketing for you. You don't have to do anything anymore. Next up, Lindsay Graham is at it again. Are we calling him Lindsay Graham or are we calling him Lady A? Or Lady G?
I just call him fuckface because that's what he is.
You know the Lady G story, right?
Yeah. He was on Grindr using Lady G as a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
as a
He was
pseudonym,
buying male prostitutes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
proven, widely known,
Proven.
rumor.
No, this one I can confirm.
Because you were on Grindr and he solicited you.
No, I wish.
Yeah. That would
Fuck,
be,
dude.
I mean, honestly, that would be humbling.
It would be.
I mean, it's
very
like-
humbling.
You took time out of your busy schedule of fucking over the American people to try to fuck me?
Yeah.
In
Personally?
Terrace.
Thanks,
Fun.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
I didn't know you were fucking over
Okay.
people individually, just fucking me. But
I did not know this.
Oh, dude, type in Lady G in there.
Fun to know.
And pop that up on the screen. So he was buying male prostitutes
Okay.
under the name Lady G.
We don't buy prostitutes on Grindr, do you?
No, so it was more than Grindr. Like
Well,
he
you
was
can't-
going
Okay.
above and beyond, also getting
It's
male
the top.
prostitutes.
It's the top link, guy. What are you doing? Pay
Yeah.
attention.
So
Okay.
there it is. Ooh.
God damn it! Look at this guy. Look at him.
Yeah.
Graham.
I'm super straight, guys.
Super straight Lindsey Graham.
Oh, we're
Oh,
not
it's the Washington Post.
The
Are they
Washington
making you
Post.
pay now?
We're not.
Super
We're not paying you.
straight.
There's a reason why you're not
What about the
making money.
Daily Dot?
Now listen up, guys.
don't know.
Who is Lady G? Oh.
I am
Is that on the
outraged.
screen right now? Yeah.
You can't do this to me. I'm a senator.
Being
I think
accused of
everybody
hiring
knew.
gay sex.
Yeah, when you're in your mid 60s, still dyeing your hair blondes, like, and you talk with a lisp. It's not surprising you're gay and you've never been married.
40 years of public life, no wife, no children.
Yes.
And you look and talk like that.
Yeah, you're obviously gay.
Just be gay,
By
dude.
the way,
Nobody cares.
nobody has a problem with it. Yeah, just be
God,
gay.
do you know how much clout he would get for coming out as gay?
Oh my God, as a Republican?
Yeah.
He'd be a fucking hero. They would replace a Confederate statue with him in South Carolina.
Well,
and his gayness. Hey everyone.
Can you
take
imagine
down Robert E. Lee and let's put up some LGBTs.
Can you imagine him like a statue of him and he's wearing like assless chaps with his dick and balls hanging out the bottom? And he's just leaning on a bar. With a creepy ass look on his face.
Dude. You know what I'd do for that? I'd do a drive-by jerk.
Yeah.
It's when you drive by a statue and just jerk off in your car.
Yeah, if you
For Lady G.
I've jerked off on the highway before.
Oh yeah,
from twice. I've only done it twice in my life, and both times it was driving from Fort Benning to my home in Greenville, South Carolina.
Were you wearing socks?
And you're driving at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, driving and just pounding it.
Just driving, yeah.
And you say you've done that too. That's normal?
Jesse, this is America. God damn it. Do
No,
we have to
I'm just
spell
like-
everything out today? Like, I just don't
so
understand
crazy
it. Don't understand it.
how guys don't need the level of concentration that
It's
a
not
girl
that.
does.
I mean, it depends on who you're driving by. If you're driving by a statue of Lady G, yeah, you're going to throw in a quick HJ to yourself.
And I don't really pay a whole lot of attention when I'm driving anyways.
Exactly. And some people will just wrap the seatbelt around their arm extra hard so it just kind of goes numb. You know, and you're like, oh, God.
Also, it's weird that you, like, the foot positioning of that doesn't mess with you guys either.
No, your foot's
Like,
on the
you
gas.
could be standing, laying down.
Nope. Foot's on the gas.
Oh, no, when I drive, though, I have both feet up on the dash.
Yeah.
So you had cruise control.
He's like a Tarantino.
No, I'm not talking about only when I jerk off.
Bare feet up on the.
I turn the cruise control on and put my
windshield,
fucking feet up every single time.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay.
You have to.
And now that is making more sense to me.
It's like that sex scene in Rocket Man. You know, you curl your legs.
I still
up
haven't
and
seen that. I can't.
Great movie.
I can't deal with the kid from the Kingsman getting butt fucked. You know what I mean?
Well, he grows up and it's
really
somebody else getting
good.
butt fucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
so he's the
fucker.
He's the fucker. Yeah.
So you're telling me Elton John is a top? All this time he's been a top.
Well, not only was he a top, he was in Mish, dude. Like it was. I didn't understand it. I didn't know that there was like male Mish was a thing, and then it was, and I was like, oh, bravo, fucking A. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it just for that one scene.
Interesting.
But you know me.
I usually don't like. That's not really the typical movie recommendation. Like,
It's
by the
not.
way, there's like 30 straight minutes of some dude getting blasted his butt.
No, it's not 30 straight
Not 30
minutes.
minutes. It's a good 2-minute scene.
That's too much.
No,
one
and
minute
it's
is
not
too
even
much.
that long, and you don't see anything.
You
And
do. You
there's
see
lots
his legs,
of panning
his
away
his hairy legs go
for
up, and his
1 second, and
turtles-
then the camera
his
goes
toes curl down
up.
like this. 2 little bunny feet.
And this is why
What if he
Lindsey
was
Graham
wearing a
has
bunny?
not come out.
What if he was
I
wearing
would
a
celebrate
bunny?
Lindsey Graham doing. I bet you
Oh
Lindsey
yeah,
Graham
you
is the guy
would,
who's
but you
in
just
it.
Dude.
don't want to see him kiss a boy.
Oh, I don't care about that. No.
Oh, you care about what? Mish?
No, I think it's hilarious.
Dude,
actually.
Mish.
It's really funny. Yeah.
Yeah. If I saw 2 dudes banging in the street, there's actually an episode of It's Always Sunny where they go back to the Jersey Shore where they
Oh, with the
vacation as
homeless
kids.
guys?
That's a great one. Yeah.
And the homeless guys are
So
banging under the
fucking
fucking
good.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
That's so funny. If I
Dude,
walked
just that one
and it was
shot?
radio, the guy not at radio. What's his name? The
Cuba
guy
Gooding Jr.?
No, the guy from New York. That famous homeless dude that was on 30 Rock all those times. He's been on a ton of network television.
Man, I don't
Hang
know.
on.
I don't know.
Look him up.
Anyways,
homeless
it
dude
was
that's on TV all the time.
Such a jarring. It's such a jarring scene, and It's Always Sunny, right? Like you're like, holy shit,
It was great.
They did
That was one of my favorite episodes.
Love it.
What happened with Lindsey Graham that's really got you in a goat this week, D'Anthony?
So Lindsey Graham, as you may remember, is the guy that tried to butt fuck our buddy Rich
Richard,
Dayskull from getting justice because he's an old white man that, I don't like change, man.
Yeah.
Well, for a dude that's been sucking dick for the last 40 years behind the scenes, maybe you should be looking for some change, homeboy.
Yeah.
At any rate, this latest fucking absolute catastrophe from this turd has to do with the Communications Decency Act of 1996, Section 230. Basically, what that does is it eliminates legal liability for internet companies for people doing illegal shit outside of their span of control on the site. For example, if somebody like fucking sold drugs on Facebook, Facebook can't be charged with selling drugs.
Got it.
Seems simple enough, right?
Sure.
I mean, obviously, if Facebook could be proven to be complicit, they would get charged, but they're making billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. Why in the fuck would they sell fucking a dime bag?
Right.
At any rate, This new bill that he's introduced, 3398, SB 3398, is called the Earn It Act of 2020, which strip Section 230 protections in the case of child sex crimes, right?
Okay.
So if somebody's on Facebook and they're preying on children and commit crimes, here under this bill, they would have one of two options. Facebook would either accept legal responsibility for that action, which is ludicrous, or abide by a set of guidelines put forth by this unelected commission, including the Attorney General. What do you think those guidelines are going to be?
Probably pretty easy, probably pretty light.
What the guidelines are going to be is that whenever the fucking government asks for it, you have to surrender your data.
Yeah.
Which is not their data, it's my data.
Exactly.
Yours and yours and yours.
Yeah.
So
they're going to ask for every fucking thing is
of course.
My point.
They always do.
Everything.
Yeah. The Attorney General's already done this. He presided over this thing when he was the Attorney General the first time. This is his second run, for those that don't know. The first time he was in office, I think it was in 91, he oversaw a DEA program that captured pretty much every phone call from a United States citizen to anybody in Latin America. Billions, if not hundreds of billions of phone calls.
Right.
And without any warrant whatsoever. So now this guy and a bunch of unelected dickholes are going to be in charge of setting guidelines. This is a backdoor to fucking rob us of our right to privacy. That's all it is.
Yeah.
They've been trying to push this shit for fucking ever since the internet existed. Both sides. This is a bipartisan bill, and I'm going to have a video coming out tonight about this. But
on your Instagram?
Yeah.
Go to @Dan Hollaway.
Yeah, it'll explain all this shit, but it's a bipartisan thing. Feinstein's in it. Fucking in this fucking sleepy turd here. So essentially what they're doing is trying to weaponize the rape of children.
For their own personal gain.
Right, for their own personal political gain, yes. Which is about the most immoral thing you could ever do.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a reason they only picked one subset of crime to go after. It's because nobody can argue with that. Mm-hmm. Everybody believes that child sex crime is wrong. And they want to make Facebook and whomever else look like assholes if they don't agree to give over their data. But it's a false choice. This is nonsense.
So what's the solution here?
The solution is to fire every single person that works for the federal government in an elected position. Every single one of them. Everybody that's there right now has to go. And we need a new system of government, frankly.
Well, what's the realistic solution? Because that's not going to happen right now.
Well, we'll see.
So you think it is a possibility that government will be broken?
I think that there's things to learn from unions. And it's not like there's a lot of bad shit that happens with labor unions and shit like that. But one thing that they do well is stick together. And, if everybody in America just decided, you know what, we're not paying federal tax anymore. Fuck you. You can't arrest all of us. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
Until you fucking get your shit together and start representing our will instead of sitting in power for 40 goddamn years, making yourself rich and powerful beyond measure, and then selling that information not only to people that are using it to fucking manipulate the stock market, but also manipulate the way our government works, then you're not getting another goddamn penny from me. And I think that's a doable thing, yeah. I think it's doable that police could strike nationwide, and I think it's doable that we could refuse to pay federal taxes until they get their shit together.
Would you consider doing it personally?
Yes. Yes, I would. But I'm an independent contractor, so I could go a full year without paying taxes, and they would never know. As a matter of fact, I could go 3 years because that's how long it takes them to launch an investigation. Mm. But they would feel the hurt if everybody did it immediately.
Of course.
That's the difference. And I think that's something that we should start to consider, to be honest, because nobody in Washington right now is representing the will of the people. They're all just trying to all they're doing is walking around with a fucking Santa bag, right? And instead of giving shit out, they're just picking shit up from people and putting it in their fucking pocket. You know what I mean? Fuck these guys.
I agree. The system we have in place government-wise is flawed and is probably broken at this point. I don't know how we fix it without some sort of economical catastrophe. So I don't know that it will be fixed. Eventually, someone will run. Eventually, I don't know if it's in my lifetime. That will be an independent that will try to break the system. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we got some sponsors who pay for this show to be on the air. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. 25% off everything in the entire store. Sheets, pillows, mattresses, adjustable bases, You get 2 free pillows with a mattress right now. And as always, 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Rest in peace at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros.
Oh, God.
I don't think that's what
Jesse,
that means.
What?
Now, is that a new slogan that
Could be.
they're okay?
Sleep so good it's scary. That was ours. So maybe they're going to take, rest in peace.
I've said before, we're really lucky that our sponsors are cool as shit. That's all I'm going to say. And they
Shout
are
out
cool.
to Rich. He they enjoy the reads.
Well,
Luckily.
lucky
we
for
get
you.
some questions. They're like, hey, man, I can't believe it. And they're like, no, they enjoy it. So we've only got called out on one over all of these episodes.
Ghost Bed wise?
No.
Oh.
Ghost Bed, they're cool, man. Like,
No,
they get it.
They love it.
It was BarkBox.
Whatever.
Yeah, that was it. But I don't even know if BarkBox is still a thing, to be honest with you, but it was like 3 or 4 years ago. Next up, members of Congress, who D'Anthony loves, took small business loans. Was this for the coronavirus?
Yes. It's for the last bailout.
Great. How do they mark this up? So how does that work? If you're in Congress or Senate,
Here's what happens. Just a full view of everything.
or are
That's
you
going on, right?
real quick? Are you allowed to have a small business?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah, you're allowed to have a small business, and you're also allowed to use information that you gain from private and secret classified meetings in Congress to fucking help yourself.
Yeah, like the last one with the stocks.
Yeah.
Those charges got dropped.
Yeah, of course they did.
Against those,
Here's why. Because if they charge those 3 people, they have to charge all 538
Yeah.
people in fucking Congress and the Senate.
Yeah.
Right.
Period. Because they're all fucking criminals. Anyways, let's see. The way that all goes about is on the left, they're like, let's give. They want to fucking funnel money to all the people's dick that they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the right wants to funnel money to all the people's dick that they suck, which includes corporations and all that bullshit. And then on the left.
Nobody's eating any pussy.
No, nobody's
No
eating
one.
any pussy anywheres.
Carry on.
The left side is like big pharma and all those types of corporations, and the right side is the military industrial complex, and then fucking other private businesses. They're all completely full of shit, right? So the left was like, we need accountability in this, which is true. We do need accountability. They were right about one thing, finally. And then the right didn't want that. And it seems like there's more than just Republicans doing this, but so far it's only Republicans that have voted against the accountability part, right?
Well, that's going to happen, Dan. You know?
Now, my dad, ever since I was little, was just like talking this kind of stuff that gets you coming and going. They're listening to you. They want your information.
Thigh high.
Get off the grid. Yeah. Just don't give them the satisfaction. And I was always like, Dad, you're fucking crazy off the gridder.
Yeah.
Starting to look a little bit enticing to me now.
Yeah, I don't.
Right? Is there any thought to that?
Understand why he wraps his body in tinfoil, but
he
I'm
doesn't.
Kidding. I'm totally kidding.
No, but he definitely has been like, he's been saying that for years. Nothing because like, what am I gonna do?
That's a lot more practical than what I want to do, which is to completely overhaul the federal government.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
I respect like wanting to make the change like that, but is there any thought to just being like,
from my perspective, no.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
You can't be off the grid.
No, I could be off the grid for sure,
right.
but I can't capitulate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't just like take yourself out of the.
No.
Okay.
No, because to me that's a cowardly
That's
act.
giving up.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad's
not on
a
your dad's
coward,
part.
but like,
not on
what
your
the
dad's
fuck,
part,
bro. What'd you just say about my dad?
Your dad's not a political commentator. Like if Ben Shapiro all of a sudden decided to take his ball and go home, I'd be like, you're a fucking pussy.
For sure.
You got in and made your money and got out, and that's all you wanted to do, clearly.
Yeah.
But I care about how things go because I fucking fought for this goddamn country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's important to me how things happen. Not like I don't have kids. I don't
My
have
dad was a hippie.
any of that
too,
stuff.
So sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Well,
you're
no,
right.
hippies belong hacky sacking and playing frisbee golf.
Yeah.
Listening to
That's
where
that's
he
their
is.
job to do that.
Yeah, he's not like trying to be
I'm
like.
not. Yeah, I don't need to
Listening
hear
to fish.
fucking hippies talk about politics.
Exactly, which is what
Or
we
get involved
are
in
doing.
Because if you get hippies involved in politics, you get Portland and Seattle and look.
Exactly.
Nobody
Not
wants
good.
that shit.
So
No.
I guess I'm commending my dad for just being like, you know what?
At least he had the common decency to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up. Take himself out of the equation.
Exactly.
I'm not giving you my data because I know you're taking it.
Yeah.
I
And I'm
can't,
just gonna
what data? He's
Exactly.
like, he's still
But-
listening to Fish on cassette tapes. For
Oh,
Christ's sake.
yeah.
Bob Marley, but thank you very much.
Bouncing around the room. What?
I wouldn't know a Fish song if you fucking played it right now.
I wouldn't either.
I've been to
I don't know.
many Fish shows.
I don't know if I've ever been to any jam band.
Grateful Dead, that's what you were thinking.
Yeah,
That's
Grateful
my
Dead, yeah.
dad's era.
I don't know that. I wouldn't
I'm just
recognize any
saying,
of their
like-
songs either.
Big fan.
That music makes me want to fucking blow my brains out, man.
On drugs, though, you're good to go. That's your
No.
peeps, dude.
No, those people are trying to get away from something. I'm trying to get into shit. You know what I mean? Like I used to do. I'm not even kidding. We had this fucking whole like one of those encyclopedia sets, and I would do LSD and fucking read that shit while
Yeah.
I was high on acid.
Bro.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
rough.
it's fucked up.
Did somebody come to your door and give it, like, did they?
No,
Yeah,
God.
mid-trip, was it like, hey,
no,
let me say
no,
this
no. I'm saying
encyclopedias?
that's how we got our
No.
encyclopedia set.
No, but
was
that's
from the,
it
like,
was door-to-door salesman back
Remember
then. Yeah.
that
But I don't
shit?
know. I think it was at a grocery store or some shit like that. They had them at the front of the store, and we just like, oh, we'll buy.
That's
these.
what we did too, yeah, in Georgia.
Yeah, but
I think it was a
fuck,
southern
man.
thing. You bought it on the way out, yeah, and you
Wow.
Yeah.
bought one letter each time.
That sounds like a nightmare.
Like, hey, you remember that encyclopedia you had? Now multiply that times infinity, and that's the internet, and it's in my pocket now.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for spending $4,000 on fucking books, you asshole. Jesus Christ, we're stupid.
Somewhere
Can you-
those
like, there's still
encyclopedias
chal-
still exist
Oh,
in a
yeah,
box
dude.
because your parents were afraid of throwing them
Yeah.
out because of
My
how
mom,
expensive
my mom
they were.
still has all of them
Yeah.
There's
on the shelf.
I don't understand why we're still making college kids pay, on average, about $1,200 per semester for fucking books.
It's crazy.
Are you goddamn kidding me? Why, dude? It's the internet is here. It's free.
that money?
Crazy.
Jesus Christ! If somebody required me to, somebody should start suing the university for requiring actual books. It's mostly just professors that want to sell the book that they fucking wrote. Dude.
I'm glad you brought that up. So when I was in school at Ohio State, it was not mandatory to buy the books. So yeah. So if you wanted to, there was a store and you could get it. If you can get your notes somewhere else, you got your notes somewhere else. So, at a certain point, you start pocketing that.
Yeah,
cash.
I mean,
You
if you're
didn't
be selling underclassmen their fucking notes, fuck
Yes.
these goddamn books.
So
Take
there
that
was a
shit out of the
service-
market.
There was a service on
yeah.
campus that was a store, and it was called Grade A Notes.
It was like a
And so-
resell thing. Yeah.
Yep. All you did was go in, and they would sit in the class for you to take the notes, and then resell those to.
And some of them were-
and they were right on campus.
Some of the ones I bought were like books with the notes in them.
Yeah.
But it was like a used book with the notes in it. It was way cheaper. It was like fucking a quarter of the cost of the fucking book itself.
So
Plus,
we
I
used
got all the
condoms in
notes.
college. You could buy that, just wash it out yourself, and then.
Well, I've been
re-roll it
using
back
the
down
same
your
one for
dong.
years,
Yeah.
but not for fucking or anything.
Put it in a dishwasher,
Disgusting.
Jesse.
I would never.
For the highway.
Put it on cold.
I would
Yeah,
never
for the highway.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
want to make a mess in the car.
A little
Yeah,
highway
highway
jerk.
condom.
If you get pulled over and you got like fucking just a rope of jizz on your chest, and the cop's like,
What if you get pulled over and you have a condom on sitting there by yourself?
that'd be
What's-
even funnier.
We call
Right?
it.
Cover it up.
Yeah, you're covered
What
up.
if it's like a
like a
colored one, like black
Yeah,
or blue or some
I was
shit
gonna
that's
say
like
black
full?
too, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't. It would have to be a color that's not translucent at all. So it had to be a darker color. So
Yeah.
Last time I did it, I wore
Maybe
a
a
blue
red?
lives
pulled
matter
over your
condom.
dick and
Oh,
balls.
blue. That could be
It had a
fun.
blue stripe around the head.
Yeah.
So that way the cops knew, like, hey, I support you, but I also needed a jerk off. It was a Blue Lives Matter condom. What, Jesse? That's in case you're
So fun.
if you're having a highway jerk at
So
home.
fun, that's
but
all.
you also, want to tell the police that you show them your
Yep.
support.
Yep.
They'll usually let you off with that, partially because they just don't want to touch you.
Sure.
They know where those hands have been.
Sure,
And chances are they are wet. Speaking of getting wet, if your throat is dry, put a little KillcliffCBD.com in the back of it. God
Ooh,
damn it.
look at there.
This will really
Look
fucking.
at there. Some just fucking got delivered to my house right now.
Did it really? Is that what you're on the phone?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Just now. Literally just now. 3 cases got
It
delivered
is
to my
the
place.
best. I'm
We've
gunning
been-
through cases. Like, I mean,
I
it's
know.
fucking insane.
And we've
dude.
been giving them to the
neighbors.
neighbors.
Everybody's
What?
asking
Why?
for
Fuck
them.
those
Because
neighbors.
they want to like try it first. They don't really like get it, and then once they do,
Once
they're like, "Hey, do you
everybody's
have any
hooked.
more of those?" And we're like, "Yeah."
Everyone is hooked. No carbs, no sugars. There's 25 milligrams of CBD in every single can. There's no THC, so you will not piss hot. Whatever drug test you're going to take. And let's face it, during the times we're living in, I think it's mandatory that you have CBD pumping through your fucking veins because god damn, we all need it. Use the promo code Drinkin Bros at KillcliffCBD.com today. You get 20% off and free shipping.
Nailed it.
Go to KillcliffCBD.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, 20% off and free shipping. There's a story that I would like to add here. That
I don't even
just-
remember what we were talking about. We went
that just
way
came
off
out.
the rails.
That
Sorry.
happens.
Sorry.
It happens.
The two,
It's
just before
my-
we move on, Roger Williams of Texas and Vicky Hartzler of Missouri. Those are the two congresspersons, the Republicans. And then Susie Lee of Nevada. And I don't know how this person's name is, but Powell, Florida, they're Democrats. They also got loans. So it's
good for them.
Two of each basically have been identified so far, but it seems like there's going to be a lot more.
I'm sure.
And I've said it before. I think if you serve while you're serving, you should have to divest completely from anything you own that's outside of your fucking purview as a government employee.
I agree.
Period.
I agree.
Anyways.
This is a breaking story, but this is something I've been talking about for a couple weeks here. And it makes total sense. I'm just surprised that they went public with it. TV networks are hiring PIs to scope stars' social media for racism. So they're going to go through your entire social media accounts, decide what's racist and what's not, and either delete it or you won't get hired. This is something that I thought was going to happen a while ago. I'm just surprised that it's public, to be honest with you. And if you're a celebrity, venturing out into social media these days, in particular like Twitter or Facebook, I mean, shit, Chris D'Elia, when he got popped, deleted his Facebook that night, and then started going through and deleting tweets.
Well, it turns out that you can't rape people.
Yeah.
And Danny Masterson's finding that out now too. And again, just
He is.
this is the third week in a row I believe I've said this, but I have always been against rape.
Yes.
Yeah.
And please, if you're at home listening or watching on YouTube, make a note of that.
Yeah.
Dan was against rape before it was trendy.
I don't want to have to keep saying it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But-
You
He
were
was
one of
an
the
early adopter.
early
Yeah.
adopter. Yeah. You were one of the first on that, Dan, and we commend you here.
Hey, love
Is
Dan.
that statue done being
And
built of Dan?
and a couple of us at the studio are going along with him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, now, yeah, but at first,
Now,
At
and
first.
like you couldn't stop raping at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Well, I was just like, dude, it's fucking America. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
It's
it
like-
is.
And it
but-
is. Like,
There-
don't tell me what to
But
do.
you were the one who actually changed Jesse.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I was
You know.
getting raped left and right at home.
Hey, man,
And
in
then,
your fucking dreams.
And then one night she just didn't do it, and I was like, "What happened?" She was like, "Dan really changed my mind that day."
This is a two-part question. One, would you allow her to peg you? And two, would you peg him? And I want her answer first.
No.
No.
See, you can't say yes at that point.
What?
Because if she says no, I
'Cause
won't
if
do
say
it, and you're
no,
like,
and
yeah,
then you say,
yeah,
No, it's you know what it is? It's too much.
oh, you're saying like if he really wanted me to?
yeah. It is a lot of work, I imagine, right?
Here's my thing. I'll do whatever the other person is like super, super into. Will I like it? Not all the
Well,
time.
I don't see how that could, unless it's like some kind of psychological dominance that's happening for you. I don't know why you would enjoy that because you don't feel shit.
More
But
of a
don't
workout.
chicks like that?
You know,
There's
more of a
some.
workout.
Maybe, I don't know.
There
From
is-
what I
yeah.
know of my extensive dissertation on porn, some girls are into that.
Yeah.
Let's see your hump game.
Yeah, see, it's not
Stand up and give me your
great.
fucking hump game. Let's see it.
Oh, God.
I would have to kind of bend, like, it would have to be like this.
Like, and for the audience, this is Ross
And the
right here.
strap-on-
And his pants are completely
Yeah.
down, but they're at his ankles.
By the way, the
They're
strap
not
on,
off.
it always looks very uncomfortable, right?
Sure.
I feel like the
Sure.
strap on should be like going up into both your holes
It's
too.
not
Yeah.
bad, right?
You're very rigid.
It's
Yeah.
It's
Like,
not
but
gonna,
you're white,
It's not going to
too.
be
I-
enough to get me off.
I've never seen you dance
Well, that was
before,
like
but
slow and not very aggressive.
let's get more
That's
aggressive
the
then.
beginning part.
yeah. Yeah. The beginning part, obviously.
we're
Fuck you,
getting
dude.
we're getting canceled, folks.
They're just like just this one clip of you like I'm like crying a little bit, like
Yeah.
the tears. I'm like, okay.
It'd be
Pegging.
funnier. It'd be funnier if you were crying while you were pegging him. That would be
I
so
would
fucking
be.
funny.
Yeah.
I
And
would
but
be.
because I
Holy
couldn't
shit,
see
that
it.
would be
I
funny.
couldn't see it, you know?
Yeah, and then you
So she
turn
was
around
crying.
after you fucking get done, and you're just like, "Why is there fucking mascara
Why is
running
there
down your
tears
face?"
and mascara all over my lower back? Oh, she was crying when she was pegging me.
Yeah,
By the way, if you haven't listened to the first episode of Drinkin' Bros, it's called Pegging Explained. So if you don't understand any of that joke, go back to episode 1.
Oh yeah, but like
That is
I
our
would
very first episode.
I would strap on a dick and fuck.
And blast me.
Hey,
Ross
Alec, you were
in
asking
the
me what
butthole.
Yeah.
you were asking me what I want edited for tomorrow. Obviously, it's what just happened. Here.
No,
So-
that wasn't good. Like I was barely.
Well, get up
even
and fucking
doing it.
redeem
That'll
yourself
get
then.
you thrown off of Instagram is,
Oh yeah,
is what'll happen.
I can't wait.
But,
I can't. I'm tired of answering messages. Get up,
Like,
get up, and give us what you got here.
No, so the TV networks have hired a PI to
It's
go
so
through
awkward.
every celebrity's social media
To hump.
and decide what's right and wrong. As far as racism goes, now, how is it okay for you to say, I want to kill the president every single day on social media, but the racism is going to be an issue on this? Like, because then you're kind of deciding what people can say and not say in public. I mean, technically, yes, you do work for someone else, but where will this fucking stop?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to the consumer, right? Like, what are we willing to abide from Judd Apatow, for example? I don't watch his movies anymore because I think he's a fucking piece of shit. Right. He is human garbage. He's one of the worst people in America right now. He's like the American version of the goddamn Taliban. He's the thought police that made his career saying fucked up shit.
Right.
He's like Amy Schumer. She made her career making fucking racist and rape jokes. And now she's like, oh, don't fucking say that. It's fucking liberal time. Get fucked, you cunt.
Yeah. So
Jesus goddamn
that's the
Christ,
best example. Where do you draw the line at, all right, you're allowed to say, like Judd Apatow. He lives and dies. If you go to his Twitter feed, there is 800 tweets about the president all day long.
That's it.
That's all you're going to see there, which is crazy for a comedian or someone who calls himself a comedian. It's insane to me. But if you're an executive, how does that guy get to say some shit? And then what if somebody was a Trump fan?
Because he's a liberal. That's why.
Right. So
and
it's really
like
that simple.
Okay,
I mean,
with those people right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can say because they dislike conservatism in general and Trump especially, you can say essentially whatever you want to about him.
Yeah. Next up.
Just real quick though, like what if you bent over there and then I walked around?
Oh, you want to get this on? Yeah.
No, I'm just like thinking because I wasn't really able. Like I can't show like
and
on
use
the and then you are
use
like
the
we
Duke
can't,
long, right? You're short. You're
saying
lady.
If I was a guy that is the
you're
penis I would have?
5'3" or something.
You're 5'2", Jesse. You'd have a short, stumpy penis.
It wouldn't be stumpy.
Not stumpy, but it would be
girthy.
thick.
Yeah, girthy.
It would be thick, but it would like also be like
a Denty Moore can. You know?
Or like a tuna can, maybe.
Uncircumcised for sure.
No, your dad would circ you, right? Are your brothers circed?
Oh, no, I would be circed, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
okay. All right. Well, shit. You're starting to get in some muddy waters here. So is China and India.
See,
that's next. That's next up.
Well, they're not really in muddy water so much. They're falling off of cliffs, apparently.
Well, they're killing each other, and their armies are killing each other right now. Over what?
There are two. It's over a border dispute.
Okay.
Right on the fucking northeast and northwest parts of each country, I guess. But anyways, it's in the Himalayas, and they're all unarmed. Apparently,
they are.
They're like fighting with blunt objects and rocks.
So one
like
of the
on the side of a fucking
rock.
mountain. Most of the people that are dying, according to the article that was in the Guardian, are dying from falling off the goddamn mountain.
Yes,
I mean, it's not funny that people are dying. This is fucking crazy.
No,
dude.
It was funny like how he like boiled it down. Like, oh, they're just in some muddy water. Like,
well, there might be muddy water at the bottom of that mountain.
At the bottom of the mountain.
No, there's
Jesse,
actually
that's
like
how muddy water
really
down there.
Fucked up shit going on.
That's how mountains are carved out.
It is
by water. Right?
Yeah, you're welcome.
There's some water.
Russia has come out and said they're in support of India on this one.
I haven't choose sides yet. It depends on whose logo.
I chose.
It depends on whose logo looks better at this point for me.
I've chosen a side.
My ex's sister only followed sports teams because of the uniforms, which she called outfits. She's like, oh, I don't really care what happens. I just like the way the uniform or the outfit looks.
Oh, I only like the cutest ones.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, why do you like the Yankees? Pinstripes. I mean, it's classic, but it's not great.
Dude, the cutest people. Classically, Yankees have been the best looking, hottest dudes.
I can think of
baseball.
a number of hot dudes that have played for the Yankees.
Yeah,
yes.
Like Johnny Damon.
Jeter,
fucking Giambi was a pretty good looking dude. Pettit,
she used to have a crush on
Pettit. Was my
he's a Texan.
husband.
He's a good looking dude.
Yeah.
Who's the other one that I was thinking of?
And then now it's like Judge.
Is
there anything hotter than
no, not
Judge
CeCe
right
Sabathia. CeCe Sabathia has looked like an old black grandfather since he was 19 years old.
Yeah.
Like some people just have that old man feel to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's definitely one
like
of those guys.
they've never been young.
Like he talks like he uses really old colloquialisms, even though he's only 19 years old. You're like, hey, dude.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't tell how old other races are.
Like
no.
I can't tell how old Asians are, and I can't tell how old black people are.
Same.
That's
a good thing. I wish I was like that. Whites age terribly.
Yeah, we don't.
I wish it was not the case.
It's not all whites. It's just us, people with no melanin.
It's just us. On this one, I'm going with India, simply for the fact of I'm anti-China.
Okay.
So
here's the quote from the Guardian.
I'm all done with China.
The hand-to-hand combat lasted hours on steep, jagged terrain with iron bars, rocks, and fists. Neither side carried guns.
Fuck yeah.
Most of the soldiers killed in the worst fighting between India and China in 60 years lost their footing or were knocked from the narrow Himalayan ridge, plunging to their deaths.
Damn it, man. That's old school Game of Thrones
This
shit
no,
right
this
there.
is the goddamn Battle of Thermopylae right here.
great.
This is fucking 300, but it's Indians and Chinese.
Great.
Is it great?
Chinesers.
Yes, it is. If you get into a dispute, do you really need, if you're on the side of a mountain in the Himalayas, what do you need? A rock?
I'm shaking hands and walking away from that. I'm not fighting on the side of a mountain, just like I wouldn't fight if I was completely naked.
Really?
No, I don't have time for that shit.
Boy.
I've got giant testicles, and I just can't expose them like that. If I could retract them up into me,
Yeah, like a samurai.
like a dog.
Well, samurais do it too, yeah.
Well, I don't. Yeah,
Suck
that's
it back
true, yeah.
in.
Yeah. If I could do something like that, maybe, but I'm not so much worried about the dick. The dick can heal itself pretty well, but testicles, you could explode one of those
Have
fuckers.
you looked
Yeah.
And I need to be able to
into-
pump out loads.
No, you'd be all done
Have you
after
looked
that.
into a ball reduction?
No, I've actually been.
We
You
are-
can get some
Getting into it.
SBs, some silicone balls.
Yeah, nudicles. They're
Yeah,
called.
nudicles, man. That'd be great. Some
That's
nudes.
the fuck you laughing at? It's a real thing.
Look up.
It's a real thing.
This isn't a
type in
goddamn.
nudicles
Yeah,
and
this
pop
is
that
the
up on the
news,
screen.
dude.
What do you think this
Yeah.
is?
What
a
are you
fucking
laughing?
comedy?
This is the fucking serious news, dude.
Type in nudicles, Alec, and put that up on the screen, dude.
No. Don't tell us no, Alec.
There
Oh
it
shit!
is.
I had a really good idea.
Look
by
at
the
those
way.
balls. Pop it up in images.
Well, nudicles are for animals that get their shit because it's supposed to like give them confidence again.
What's top right?
Yeah, and so
Those just ping pong balls?
Yeah.
Go to the middle.
Dudes
Go to the
get
middle.
those too.
There we go. There's some silicone balls.
100%.
Look at that.
Nesticles.
Look at that really tiny one right there. Who would that be for?
Speaking-
Look at those nudicles, dude.
Who would that
That's
be
a big
for?
nudicle. So, Dan, is your ball that big with a in the hand size?
Oh, you
right
know
there?
what'd be cool? Just put a ping
Yes.
pong ball
On the
Oh, it
far
is.
left.
there.
Far left is me.
No,
Giant.
so you've got plum balls.
No, I don't really.
Okay.
No, they're not big. They're just really low.
That'd be pretty funny though. No, gravity's been kind to my testicles, to be honest.
Okay.
Thank you, gravity.
Yeah. Shout out to
that.
Gravity and the two guys who are in space right now. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of combining two words to make one new word, like nudicles, I came up with a really good idea that I call Sprite Claw, and it's a lemon and a lime White Claw mixed together.
Oh my gosh.
Sprite Claw.
Look at that.
Heard it
Look at
here
that.
first.
Go ahead
That
and
is
patent it.
amazing.
Patent.
Yeah, I was super not high last night.
No, you
course.
Or
wouldn't
the
be.
opposite of that. I was super high.
Would never.
I was really, really high last night. I'm like,
Sprite Claw.
and I opened my refrigerator to get a Kill Cliff actually, and I saw one lemon White Claw there, and I'm like, what if I mix lemon and lime together? And like, what would you call that? Sprite Claw. And then
How was it?
And then you looked around
No,
and
and
no
then-
one was there.
I pounded
to-
off.
Yeah, right in the fridge. Inside the fridge, and then you shut the door and just enjoyed your Sprite Claw.
No, I didn't make one
were that
because I didn't.
excited.
I didn't have a lime
You
one.
were that
Okay.
excited.
I just thought that it would be because everybody. I sometimes throw those away. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
Like if I get
yeah.
down to only lime, I usually just throw them away.
Yeah.
Because that's garbage. But now I'm just trying to find a way not to
do
be
the
so
same
wasteful.
thing.
I love that.
Or I give them out to the neighbors when it's just like, oh, hey, bring some drinkers over. .com/Drinkin Bros. Protect your digital butthole with expressvpn.com.
Have you watched the 365?
Have you watched
DNI
the
thing
porn?
yet?
No, I watch just actual porn. I don't need to watch
that's
a fucking.
what I said
Yeah.
too. But anyway, a
So
lot of people
where is
were
this?
using.
Where is this from?
It's Poland,
Poland, yeah.
Polish, I think.
No, I'm good.
Well, it's on Netflix now.
What
but
has
it's
Poland brought the world? Polish
365.
Polish sausage.
Really great water. Really great water.
Just
Poland
saying,
Springs.
people were using ExpressVPN to watch this, like
Oh yeah.
50 Shades of Grey
Porn.
type of porn that you could only get, I think, it
In
is
Europe.
Europe, whatever.
Yeah.
And
They finally brought it
The
over here.
ladies
So many
were
people were using
loving it.
VPNs. Yeah.
Well, look, man. I mean, it's the age that the military's known about this forever. I say it all the time, but I have a computer degree. A lot of people don't know that, but I have a computer degree, so I knew about all this shit years ago. And when I deployed, everybody's like, "Well, we can't do this. We can't." A month for this the same goddamn thing that you can get for $7 a month from ExpressVPN
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
now. Like I was paying double, and that was 12 years ago.
Yeah, and it beats all the
13
firewalls
years
at
ago.
work as
Yep.
well for anything you want to watch, including sports when it comes back. Go to expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros today. Protect all your passwords and your bank accounts and all that shit. $7 a month. You get 3 for free if you sign up for a year at expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros. Next up, Congress is voting on making Washington, D.C. the 51st state. Finally, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to pass it.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
Because they have to pay taxes?
No. I mean, Washington, D.C. wants this. Their license plates say taxation without representation for a reason.
Yeah.
Because they pay federal taxes, but they have a delegate to Congress, but they don't have senators.
I didn't know that, actually. They do pay federal taxes.
Yeah, and they don't have a voting member of Congress. So does Puerto Rico.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a delegate to Congress and no senators as well. So here's my problem. They're going to fuck up the flag if they do this. And I don't really DC. Just fold DC into another state or something and give them representation that way. Just make them a district.
Put them in Maryland.
Yeah, make them a district of Maryland. Who cares if it's like the who cares part is they wouldn't get senators if they did that, but they would from Maryland. At any rate, the flag thing. 51? No. Where are you going to put it?
It's weird, man.
Put a flag up there. Where are you going to put it? There's no room left on that design.
Who did?
No.
Go to the third one down on the left, Alec. Yeah, that one. Pop that up.
That's the Confederate.
Put it up.
No, that's not the Confederate
No,
flag.
put it up. So this is a 51-star flag redesign.
Okay.
Is that up on screen?
Wow, that is goddamn awful.
Awful, isn't it? Awful. Because I don't know what you do with that extra star.
The one with the stripe in the middle is actually kind of dope, but I don't know if... no, not that one.
Go to the third one.
What's the fucking one that's like a goddamn...
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one's all right. That one's all right, although it looks a little Nazi-ish.
Yeah.
You got to be careful about that.
Looks very Nazi-ish.
Very Nazi-ish. Our producer, Alec, made a fucking design for us one time for swipe-ups, and I walked in, and it's like there's a lot of stars on there. Then he started putting other stuff on it, like the people.
Yeah.
And the way it blocked it, I'm like, yeah, that's a Confederate flag, my man. Yeah. We need to move on out of that part. But you didn't know until you put the extra stuff on there.
We've moved on.
The circle one.
Go to the one right next to it, to the left. With the M on it there. Yep. Yeah, there you go. So this has been another. Put that on screen. This has been a nice pitch for redesign.
Yeah, that's probably
just a couple of rifles and the McDonald's symbol, and I'm actually okay with this. I don't know if you are, Dan, but I think it represents everything America is: McDonald's and rifles.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That it's like just take all the stuff from the end of Team America, that song at the end where they list all the stuff, and put all that on a flag. Here's my real problem with this though. All these fucking dumb privates in the military, E1s through E3s, probably include E4s in that in a lot of cases, depending on which branch, are going to have to go out and buy all new patches for their shit. And it costs a lot of fucking money. And all that, look, you do get a yearly stipend for like keeping your uniform and clothes like updated and shit like that. But let's be real, that money's already been spent on strippers and booze.
Yeah.
By this point in the year, come on, the fucking privates in the military, dude.
You got no room.
That
for
money's
it, dude.
long gone.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just get past it. Stick with the flag that we have. If they want a star, we'll print out a second part over here. It's like you have to flip it up.
I have a suggestion.
And there's 2 extra stars for Puerto Rico and DC.
Yeah. You have to unfold it. Like
I have a suggestion. Get rid of California. And then just have...
We could trade them out.
I'd trade that out for sure.
Yeah, I like DC.
Yeah. And they'd probably be totally fine with that.
California, who cares if they're fine with it or not?
Make California its own country.
But I think they would be. They're
then we're good.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't be fine.
We're fine.
They'd be fine with it until their water supply from Colorado got cut off.
Yeah, but we're already done at that point.
Yeah.
By the time they care?
We're out of there, or we make it 52 and even it out, and then that 52nd would be Chaz.
How funny would it be if California seceded and the next day immigration started rounding up anybody with a California ID and booted them out of the fucking rest of the states? It would just be super funny.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
Because
be a fun
Come
time.
Come
fun
on.
time. You know what else is a fun
It'd be
time?
fucking funny.
Boxofawesome.com. Boxofawesome.com is a blast. This is my combats here, Birchbox, Jesse.
Yeah, but I also like the stuff in the Box of Awesome too.
It's true. And then now they've got it for ladies too, which is kind of bullshit, you know?
Oh, is it?
I wanted my own secrets.
Yeah,
my
I
own
bet you
fucking
do.
box of treasure every month.
You wanted to get pegged.
Yeah. Do they sell strap-ons?
Patrice O'Neill used to do a great joke about that. He's like, why do dudes always want to come on a woman's face? Could you imagine a woman like on the phone talking to her fucking girlfriend? It's like, yeah, I just egged all over his head. You know what I mean? Like if women ejaculated eggs onto you, like that's just a weird power move to me. I don't understand.
Yeah. It's weird now that you're thinking about it.
Well,
Yeesh.
she's the one that said egged.
Yeah,
so.
and if you're cooking eggs at home,
No,
they
I
got a
said
breakfast
pegged.
kit that comes in boxofawesome.com.
Sorry, I'm high.
Um,
Don't know what to tell you.
That's why the show's awesome.
Yeah, stop getting involved in our fucking man clubs, by the way. We need a He-Man woman hater sign above
do,
the door.
No,
dude,
that's
yes.
true.
We're going full Little Rascals, bitch.
Yep.
Look, I'm fine with it. I think you guys should have your little box of fucking
Awesome.
dicks.
They should put just a huge dick on the front. Yeah.
No.
Slapping somebody, you know?
No, the problem
I would
just
enjoy
was
it.
saying they
Go to
have
box-
some pretty sweet stuff.
They
in
do.
there.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
they do.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's like Brookstone shit that you never buy for yourself. Just cool shit. Makes your apartment and or house look cool. Go to boxofawesome.com. Take a little 5 questionnaire thing. They tell you what kind of person you are and then ship you gifts every single month depending upon who you are. And it's fucking great. We've gotten everything. Knives, fucking hatchets, top kits,
Decanters.
whiskey decanters, you name it, man. This is rad. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off your first box at boxofawesome.com. Next up, we got Prohibition in the skies. Delta and American Airlines have now banned alcohol sales in response to COVID. Nothing has made me angrier this week or this year than this exact thing right here.
I'm fine with it for 2 reasons. One, I don't have
booze on a flight.
No. There's no rule that says no booze on a flight. It's that they're not going to serve you booze on a flight. That's what I understood to be the case. Which means if they're not up and walking around the whole time, they're not going to see me drinking out of the handle I brought on board.
You're wrong. And so it happened. On the last flight we were on, we got the no booze thing on the first one, right?
Yeah.
Out of Wilmington, there's always a
So then we
layover.
bought a bunch of.
I bought 5 gigantic White Claw cans because there was like one place open inside the Charlotte airport. I bought 5 Trulies. Was it Truly or White Claw?
Same diff.
Whatever. I bought 5 of them because we had a flight to Austin after that. And I cracked open the first one, and then she came over and she was like, "Hey, so we don't serve that brand here, so I'm gonna have to give you a cup."
Yeah, but this was before this announcement. They don't serve any brand now.
Right.
At least for these airlines. So they can't stop me from drinking what the fuck I want.
Well,
We
they
need to know if that's actually the case.
Yes,
Because
I
if
would
it's
fact
not,
check
then
that.
this fucking
They can fucking
sucks.
arrest me, dude. I don't give a shit.
So the
like
other
if you're gonna,
flights-
what are you gonna do? Like get the fucking air marshal to come over and be like, "Hey, he's drinking. He's drinking." Well, fuck yeah, I'm drinking. I'm on a goddamn airplane. I'm taking
You've
pills too.
seen
You gonna
it.
fucking arrest me for that?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you
You've
that's
seen
what happens.
people thrown off for.
You remember
less.
the time we were drinking wine at some restaurants?
I would be a hero to alcoholics everywhere.
Yes, dude.
If I get thrown off a plane for bringing my own booze.
Currently are, but
That's
yeah.
true, I guess.
booze. We were drinking wine at that. We had a 6-hour layover, wherever the fuck we were.
Yeah.
We were drinking wine. The only place was open
Yep.
was that wine restaurant. Remember we brought the bottle of wine onto the plane, and I started pouring it, and homegirl started freaking out. She was like,
Well-
"I'm gonna have to pour it for you."
Oh
Right,
yeah,
and
that's
you
the
were
thing.
like, dude, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna serve me my own alcohol,
That's-
great.
Yeah.
That's definitely a thing.
So
Yeah, I just don't know if that's.
And the reason that I was told for this, not me directly, but the reason that I was given second hand was that they have to control the amount of alcohol you drink or some shit like that.
yeah.
So you just don't chug the whole bottle.
Yeah. They don't want a bunch of drunk asses. Like,
Look, man,
It's
Fair.
a flight.
I'm a
giant
I'm a
fart
very
tube.
fun drunk. I feel like we should all you should get a drinking license. Everybody can drink. Everybody gets a license, but your license has a fucking rating on it based on what type of drunk you are.
Yeah,
Are you the
yeah.
drunk that gets mad and fucking wrestles your keys away from somebody and then drives yourself home, black the fuck out?
Yes.
Or are you the kind of guy that fucking doesn't drive there in the first place? You Ubered there, you have a good time, you laugh, drink a little bit, and then you fucking go home like an adult, then you get an A rating.
Yeah.
Right? And then I can drink wherever the fuck I want, walking down the street if I want.
Yep.
that's actually
America,
It'd be
bitch.
great, dude. And if you're getting pegged, probably a 5-star.
Well, you got to keep a good attitude.
Good
about
time
it.
guy. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to hear
Yeah,
bad
your
attitude.
rating would be an A for sure.
Yeah.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a great drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're good at it. So I look, the airlines themselves were a shithole before. Now it's even fucking worse.
Yeah.
Try taking the next flight you take, Dan. Try not boozing on a fucking 4 to 5 hour flight. You will want to fucking hang yourself.
I mean,
I don't.
I drink in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I don't drink that much, but I drink every single fucking day.
But on a flight, it's mandatory.
I have 2 drinks on a flight typically,
Yeah,
but it's
easily.
2 doubles usually.
yes. Yeah.
So
So actually, I will not be fine. Dare you?
Next up, studies suggest that men should ejaculate 21 times or more per month to avoid prostate cancer. This isn't really news. The study was published in 2017, but a Drinkin bro sent this into us, and we had to talk about it. 21 seems low.
Well, the study was it's a weird study. So it pit people versus who ejaculated 21 times or more per month versus people who ejaculated somewhere in the 5 to 10 range, I think.
Right.
And they only found correlation, which is when two things happen at the same time, but one doesn't necessarily influence or cause the other. There's no cause and effect that's clearly determined, but there is a correlation that is. It might be something about the type of lifestyle someone leads to ejaculate that much versus someone who doesn't, right?
Right.
So basically, if you're a loser, you're going to get prostate cancer. Although if you're the kind of loser that pounds off all the time, maybe not.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
With
I'd say
somebody.
those kids on Twitch, dude, who have been videoed jerking off after playing video games.
Oh yeah, you got to close that laptop.
Yeah, they're not going to get prostate cancer at all.
No.
There's a bunch of those videos going around where it's just kids just like you can only see the top of their head as they think they're still streaming, or they think they shut down the streaming, and it's just
Well,
Dude.
So when I first I saw this 2 days ago, a Drinkin bro sent it to me, math, and I think I'm good until like August of 2028. Just from what's happened in the last 2 months. So I like these numbers though. These are good. These are good numbers. If you're not pounding off once a day, folks, you're fucked up. You got to get out there and get it.
Chances are you're a harm to society.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You don't want to go out there fucking fully loaded.
And if you're driving, use a condom.
Yep.
Blue Lives Matter condom on that, just in case you get pulled over.
Yeah, and look, there's no causation here, but there's certainly correlation. So if you want to live a long, healthy life, if you want to fucking be there for your kids' graduations and weddings, you got to be out there dumping loads.
Yeah. So
period.
That should be a PSA. The more you know.
Dump loads.
Hashtag
loads. Dump loads.
Hashtag dump loads. Yeah.
I'm going to do 21 push-ups today. For the 21 ejaculations that everyone
per month.
Yeah.
The hashtag 21 challenge.
Start your challenge.
Yeah, dude, start your challenge.
All right.
Or make a challenge that's just like jump cuts of me coming over and over again.
Yeah.
And was like, fuck prostate cancer.
Yeah.
I'm going to get banned from everything, and this show is going to get canceled.
Oh, this
Last
whole
but not
show.
least, we thought we'd end it on a high note, as we always do on this show.
Wow.
Serial farter finally fined in Vienna, Austria. This is a new one, folks. It seems like an odd thing to get fined for, but the quotes are so amazing we couldn't obviously pass on this story. That's the first joke.
So the guy was sitting on a bench.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? In public park bench. And he was doing something that made police come roust him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just loitering or whatever the fuck, but I doubt Vienna police are all that aggressive because it's fucking Vienna.
It's Vienna,
He decided to fart on them.
Yep.
That was his retaliation.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't understand how you can get fined for this, honestly.
It depends how bad it stinks.
No, it shouldn't, though. That's like
a lot of sausages.
Intent
in
is what matters there. Like, what was he trying to do? Just annoy them? Like, you can call him a fucking turd.
Yeah.
You can't get arrested for that, so what the hell?
Oof.
I mean, I would rather get called a turd than get splattered with turd spray, but, you know.
Turd spray.
Yeah.
Is that available at Walmart?
No, that's like what it is when you fart.
Oh, it's
have you
like
seen the new
tiny
reports
particles.
that flushing your toilet can, and that's how I say it, when you're flushing your toilet, it can blast COVID everywhere?
Fuck up.
Really?
Yeah, because that's how it works. Like, if you take a dump and then fucking flush the toilet with the fucking lid open, it's just
spraying
fucking
it
poo.
everywhere.
Does your poop
It's
have
poo.
COVID?
No, but I assumed they could carry it. Maybe I don't know why they made that point.
Something to look into.
At any
We're
rate,
gonna
here's
do
what the
research.
fucking police said. They were defending finding the man, and they said, "Of course, no one will be no one will be reported the whole time."
Could be.
Or was he like avoiding arrest? He didn't get charged with resisting arrest or anything. So I don't know. It couldn't have been that. It had to be some other kind of fucking irritating behavior.
We had a guy in high school who would just spread his cheeks and he could fart over and over and over again, like endless.
He's
times.
sucking air into his beehole.
Yeah.
You're gonna get butthole colic like that.
What does that mean?
Colic. You don't know what colic is? You
no.
have a child.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You don't
colicky child.
You don't do anything for the kids. I forgot about that.
I understand what that is.
Yeah, she knows what colic means. So,
Wait, does that mean you have an angry butthole?
yeah, an angry butthole. Yeah, I don't. It's not a thing, probably.
No, it's
Although
like
it's a colic is
air
like
bubbles.
yeah, air bubbles that disrupt the sphincter's operation.
Got it,
Like
got
your
it, got it,
esophageal sphincter in the case of
Yes.
actual colic, but butthole has a sphincter too. So
Sure.
Yeah.
butthole colic. It's another thing that I've coined today.
Yeah.
So they tried to fucking interact with this dude, and he and he quote unquote looked at the officers and apparently initially or intentionally released a massive intestinal wind within the immediate vicinity of the officers. And then he said that the officers, quote unquote, prefer not to be farted at.
Yeah, like it's just such a polite exchange, right?
Yeah.
Of like,
This is how
we
I
just
expect
really
an arrest to
don't-
happen in Canada.
Yeah.
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 Like there's
We just
cops
prefer
standing
you
there.
not.
There's a guy, he jaywalks, and the cops come up to him like, "Hey, did you jaywalk?" And he's like, "Yeah, sorry about that." And then he like casually knocks over like a fucking wet floor sign that's sitting there in protest, and they're like, "All right, we got to find you, buddy."
Yeah.
That's Canada to me.
We prefer not to.
I don't know what's happening in Canada
I
right now, but I'm
assume
pretty sure it's that.
that this guy probably farted in the police car the entire way to the station too, just to do it.
It was something that was
It's a windows down
aggressive enough
trip home.
that they were just like, God fucking
Yeah,
damn it.
a lot of sausages over there. A lot
Well,
of
it's
sausages.
better than dudes that like throw up in the car and shit like that.
Yeah.
I would
I
rather
agree.
at least you could roll the window down for a fart, but for vomit,
For puke, yeah, you're
No.
going to be cleaning that up as well.
yeah, fuck that.
It's the point in the show we get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. This one was submitted by Chance Gibbs from North Carolina. He said he's a Drinkin' Bro member for 2 years and is nominating Delivery Durser. Reason for nomination? My Drinkin' Bro of the Week is all the delivery drivers across the nation driving through the Chinese virus bullshit. I am one of those drivers.
Okay.
And the only way I get through it every day is listening to Drinkin' Bros. I want everyone to recognize all the men and women
That's fair.
who work till all hours of the night to get people anything and everything that gets them through the day. Amazon is great, but without the men and women delivering the packages, it wouldn't mean anything. Nobody gives us the recognition we deserve, but I think Ross and Dan are just the people that will understand how hard we work our ass off to get everyone the stuff they need.
I
This
don't
includes
fucking understand.
hospitals and any customer that needs essential medical supplies. So I think he's saying he's nominating all the delivery drivers. This is probably an autocorrect of Durser, although I don't know any Dursers out there. So delivery drivers. Yes, we will, Chance, give you a cheers to all the delivery drivers out there.
That's fair.
That's all we have right now.
Yep.
And that's all everybody's using. Even my favorite restaurant, you wanted to go to a restaurant tonight,
Yeah.
and they're still not open.
Yeah.
So it's like what fees there, because there is so much delivery going on in the world. Absolutely, all you guys, man. Because shit, without it during all of this fucked up shit, and let's face it, whatever's going to happen with the protests and riots and all that shit, people are even ordering more and more food. You guys will even be more essential, and I'm sure your salaries will increase. I
Hopefully.
know the tips have. So, Chance Gibbs, cheers, brother.
Good call.
Good call. Proud of you, D'Anthony. Still a big fan of that Thanos 2020 hat.
Thanks.
Yeah. Who made that for you?
I ordered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you made
but
that-
I don't.
you made that
I was trying to.
yourself?
No, I didn't make it.
Wow.
It's just letters on a fucking hat. I
But
didn't
you made the
design
letters
anything.
in your mind and then wrote it to them, right?
Thanos 2020 was my idea. Yes.
Okay.
If
Great.
that's what you're asking me.
Great. Well, kids, you can snap your fingers until the next episode on Friday night with Derek Wida. Subscribe to Drinkin' Bros podcast on YouTube. Scoot us on up the charts. For D'Anthony Hollaway, Jessie Wiseman, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Fake News Good.